Hi, in this video we are going to talk about the theoretical background for the other spanning tree algorithm, the so-called Prim's-Yarnik algorithm. So let's get started. We have been talking about Kruskal implementation, and in Kruskal implementation we build the spanning tree separately, adding the smallest edge to the spanning tree if there was no cycle. In Prim's algorithm, on the other hand, we build a spanning tree from a given vertex and adding the smallest edge to the minimum spanning tree. So it's very important to see the difference between the two algorithms. The Kruskal is an edge-based algorithm, while the Prim's-Yarnik algorithm is a vertex-based algorithm. There are two implementations for Prim-Yarnik algorithm, the lazy and the eager version. As far as the lazy implementation is concerned, we add the new neighbor edges to the heap without deleting its content. So we are not going to bother about the content of the heap, we are just going to add the new neighbors. Okay, so we have to use a heap as the underlying abstract data type. The eager implementation is that we keep updating the heap if the distance from the vertex to the minimum spanning tree has changed. So the average running time is ordo e log e, which means that it is linear-arithmic as far as the number of edges are concerned, but we need additional memory complexity. So we definitely need ordo e space, where the e denotes the number of edges in the graph. The worst case scenario is the e log v, where the v denotes the number of vertices in the graph. So let's consider this graph again. We start at a random vertex, for example the vertex D, and we consider all its neighbors, so basically all the edges. And because we haven't visited G, haven't visited C, haven't visited B, and haven't visited E, that's why these edges are going to be pushed to the heap. So we will have the edge DG, it means that the starting vertex is D, the target vertex is G, and the edge weight is 5. We have the DC1, what does it mean? That the starting vertex is the D, the target vertex is the C, and the edge weight is 1. Then we have the edge from D to B, and from D to E. Okay. What's the next step in the Prim's-Yarnik algorithm? We get the edge with the minimum edge weight from the heap. It's very easy because we just have to get the root node of the heap. It's going to be edge DC with edge weight 1, and we set this vertex to be visited. Why is it important? Because the algorithm is going to iterate as far as there are some unvisited vertices in the graph. In this case, we have 5 unvisited vertices, so we have to keep going. So we visit all the neighbors of the C and we keep pushing the edges to the heap. So we have the DG, DB, DE, CA, and CF edges, and we have to select the one with the smallest edge weight possible. It is the 2, so we set the vertex F to be visited. Okay. Then we visit all the neighbors of F, so that's why the FA edge and the FGF has been inserted to the heap, and we select the edge with the minimum cost again, which is the DB, so basically the edge pointing from D to B. Okay, then we visit all of its neighbors and going to insert the BA and BE edges to the heap. Okay, so we select the minimum one, which is basically the BA with the edge weight 2. So we have to visit all the neighbor vertices for the vertex A, but we have already considered the F, we have already considered the C, we have already considered the B. The single vertex we haven't considered so far from vertex A is the vertex E. So that's why we add it to the heap. So the edge weight is 5. Okay, so we have the heap with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 edges pushed into the heap. So we select the minimum one. Okay, we have 2 edges with the same edge weights. We choose at random. Okay, for example, the edge where the start vertex is B and the target vertex is E. We add it to the minimum spanning tree. Okay, and because we haven't visited all the vertices in the graph, that's why we are going to get another edge from the heap, which means that we get an edge with the minimum edge weight. and it's going to be the edge between the vertex F and vertex G with edge weight 3. And basically with this we have visited all the nodes, all the vertices in the graph, so we are done. The minimum spanning tree cost is 14. Why? Because we just have to sum up the green edges and it's going to yield 14. Okay. In the end, I would like to summarize that what's the difference between Prim's-Yarnik and Kruskal algorithm and basically when to use these kinds of algorithms. Prim's algorithm is significantly faster in the limit when we've got a really dense graph with many more edges than vertices. So when the number of edges are way more than the number of vertices, then it's definitely worth using Prim's-Yarnik algorithm with heap abstract data type. Kruskal performs better in typical situations, so sparse graphs when the number of edges are not that high, because it uses simpler data structures. Basically, we just have to sort the edges according to the edge weights. We don't have to use any heap abstract data type. Kruskal can have better performance if the edges can be sorted in linear time or the edges are already sorted, and Prim's-Yarnik algorithm is better if the number of edges to the vertices is high, so the graph is dense. So basically it is a good rule of thumb that if there's a dense graph, which means that the number of edges are very high, then we definitely have to use Prim's-Yarnik algorithm. In the main, for standard graphs, so graphs when the number of edges are not that high, Kruskal algorithm is going to be better. And why is it good to use Kruskal in the main? Because it doesn't have any underlying abstract data type such as the heap, and that's why it doesn't have any additional memory complexity. Okay, so that's all about Prim's-Yarnik algorithm and the difference between the two minimum spanning tree algorithms. Thanks for watching.